This shit should be fucking illegal, man. What how can they do this to me? I spent the first 10 years of my life getting indoctrinated into a TF2 source engine cult, only to be switcheroo railroaded into a deadlock chud. This game is so fucking good, dude. I don't even know where I don't even fucking start. Okay. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, okay? Don't play this game. Not because it's bad, but because it's not.
Oh my god!
Not fair, man. It's things I need to do. Just minding my own business. Oh, what's this? A new funk upload? 2025? It's been over a year? Well, what's he got to say this time?
What?
I rate it 1 gigantic out of a Blue album. And I rate gigantic 1 Anatolia out of a Blue album. Because it's so good, it kind of like pisses me off.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Funk plays MOBAs. I don't. We don't always share tastes. What? Shut the fuck! I mean, what can I say? It's got everything I need. Page's ass. Deadlock has it all. Devil detectives on the case. The ghoulish upper class. What lurks in the shadows at night. Viscous. 1950s New York is not the type of thing you'd think would have so much to work with. Yet here we are with an intricate cast of hyper-stylized microcosms, all bleeding symbolism straight from their old-fashioned fashion statements. Every character has a story, but I didn't even need to tell you that for you to know. And people noticed. I've seen Master Booker's gush over Victor. The Lash speaks for himself. Look at the cute little ram. Honestly, any character you can bring up will have people head over heels for them, and that just speaks to the masterful design work gone to every single one of them except Warden. My personal favorite is the Drifter, which isn't even his name, that's just what people call him. He may look unassuming at first, but then you see his hands. And then I pull up a picture of Count Dracula, and suddenly everything makes a little more sense.
They gonna cry, they gonna beg, they gonna scream.
Shiv was my first love, and speaking honestly, I still have a soft spot for him. His story is just so tragic, man. It feels terrible whenever I kill him as Drifter, because he's just like,
You're such a disappointment, Shiv.
it's like, bruh, leave him alone. He's been through enough. Then I remembered that I hate fighting Shiv because he just builds spirit, that's these things down here, and then kills me with a million tiny cuts from his stupid Shivs. Ah! That's where he gets his name. I guess in that case they should call me Mr. Hands, because I... What? I guess in that case they should call me Mr. Claws, the way I just build gun. My life is so simple. So easy. That's a lie. This game's item mechanic is probably the most annoyingly complex part, and it's most likely the thing that'll either have you sticking around for years to come or dropping it on your first game. This is my build for Drifter. It covers about, I don't know, 70% of games pretty well. But being honest, I still quite often find myself back in the gun health and spirit trenches searching for the exact stupid thing to deal with this one stupid guy. Overall though, I'd say that the item shop is my favorite thing amongst the game's many mechanics. It most literally wouldn't be the same without it. The hyper-adaptability of each hero mixed with the overabundance of choice presented in the shop leads to so much diverse playability that you could main the exact same character as someone else and still have a completely different playstyle game to game. Mixed with the additional fight that is counter-buying and improvising builds on the field to fit each situation you find yourself in, and you have a mechanic so rich in player expression that it twitches my brain like I'm getting electroshocks straight to the I'm gonna come part. I'm gonna come. I used to main Junkrat in Overwatch, and one of the worst feelings was the enemy immediately swapping to fire the moment I did even slightly well. This of course forced me to have to fucking swap off to like Bastion or something, or like just run it down, which is just always just a fantastic idea. Or I could always win anyway. Get fucked, get fucked. It just felt really unfair that everyone had a "it's too hard" button in their back pocket that they barely had to sacrifice anything to use.
Yeah!
That's why I appreciate Deadlock's approach to countering being built into the items rather than the characters themselves. Since there's a sacrifice of a slot you'd usually use for something else, as well as the enemies having an equally fair chance to counterplay you without having to give up much on their end. I do think certain items are a little too strong, but it's much easier to tweak a single item rather than redesign the base that makes up two characters' interactions. In saying that though, a major way that you close the distance and make large changes in the sweeping tides of the match is through analyzing the playstyles of your enemies and in turn adjusting your own. If you find yourself undersold and you're getting swamped by anyone you come across, there are more ways to get back on your feet than just playing more defensively or hoping your brain locks in. You can play closer to your team or further away. You can lock down a single lane or be a mild threat in all of them. Farm more, steal the enemy centers, do earn, focus specific players or completely disappear from everyone's radar. They're all viable options. These may seem like things that to a degree can be done in any other team-oriented shooter, but with the versatility of the item shop paired with the size and complexity of Deadlock's map, it ends up with the aspects of counterplay being much more varied and adjustable in Deadlock than other games in my opinion. It's been designed in such a way where you're never out of options, but whether or not you see the path out of getting jumped by everyone in the fucking server for some reason is completely down to your own skill level. A new player will try run away in a straight line, never leaving view of the chaser, whereas an experienced player will use everything at their disposal to escape. There are things you need to learn if you want to play in the dog pound with the big boys, so learn them, because once you do, oh my god, once you do. So I'm trying to get this holiday and I am definitely pushing it, but I really want to get her, so I stay a little too long, and of course, up shows the doorman, so mantle, dash jump, what? Wall bounce, and I get the holiday anyway. Fuck you. When you learn the movement, a lot of these slip through the crack moments tend to happen, but it's shit like that that's just so, you know, it's like so, It feels much better to escape certain doom because I did some epic gamer shit. Rather than like pressing the escape button. Does this count as movement tech? I'd recommend for anyone new to the game to watch SK's full movement guide before hopping in. The hard part is actually doing the things, obviously, but having a reference to go back to as a reminder is much more helpful than slowly picking everything up as you play, especially with how obtuse the source engine can be at times. It's probably also a good idea to go through each character and give them a whirl around just to see how they specifically interact with the movement. You know, like how their abilities can be used and stuff. Like Holiday's jump pads can be annoying as fuck in the right hands, but Shiv has broken knees. My personal most played hero by far is the Drifter. He lends himself very well to tracking and jumping out of position players to slowly build up a strong foundation that the enemy team will, in time, very slowly regret giving him. He's got high damage bullet... Are those? He's got high damage hands and a higher than average health pool to give him a running start at the beginning of the game. If you play your cards right, you can end the match like role-playing, lore-accurate Drifter. But conversely, a well-oiled team with good comms and effective support can pretty easily shut him down. It's a fun interaction with the enemies always on their toes, having to micromanage the weak links of their group, lest they become the meat in Drifter's Crunch Wrap Supreme. He is quite fond of Taco Bell. It leads to a lot of matches where, depending on how well I run surveillance and jump opportunity, I'm either the deciding factor or getting credit for doing better than most but not the best at something that doesn't matter. Sorry idiot, you just got parried. I mean, it's your own fault really. Trying to sneak ass heavy melee me while I monologue about how bad I am, cause I am. But I'm always on point and that's what you gotta understand about me. Call that a cap reference. And I don't mean lying. I mean like TF2. From the designs to the map, the blood of the old gods still runs thick within the new bodies of today. I mean, just look at this part of the map. It's like I ripped it straight out of TF2 and put it into Deadlock. Because I did. Or more so this fella, Titan T, did. Thank you very much. It's pretty cool how much it fits, right? Like, it's not perfect, but neither am I, and yet here you are. But even when I'm not playing dastardly tricks, the similarities are still well in frame. I mean, McGinnis is just Blue Engineer. Billy and Scout are just the same person. I mean, for starters, they're both annoying. Hey, guys. You know, all this stupid comparison and drawing line shit isn't meant to discredit the amazing work that's gone into Deadlock, though. Like, as many comparisons as I can draw, you can only ever really call TF2 a starting point, if anything. The other 99.9% is all Deadlock's own style of sick as fuck magic. And this whole game is sick as fuck magic. You know, I don't super agree with everyone saying that Deadlock's gonna be the next big thing. Like, nah, it's too complicated. But to me, it feels like something better. You know, it doesn't feel like the type of game you'd see on the trending page. It feels like the type of thing you'd see in like uni essays and like reference sheets by artists and stuff. And that's so much cooler to me than like Among Us. I give Deadlock 1 difficult but rewarding puzzle in the morning paper paired with coffee and a good day ahead. And I give all of whatever the fuck that was 1 Witch Hat Atelier out of a free run, cause I've only really scratched the surface, but I already know that it's peak.